This video is looking at Unit 2, Topic 8, which focuses on ethics and sustainability. As part of the video, we're going to be looking at the importance of getting impartial advice, the features of information and advice, factors that influence financial choices, as well as ethics and sustainability. So, why is it so important to get impartial advice? Well, poor financial education of consumers is a big issue. Many people who haven't done their LIBF certificate in financial studies will not have as good a financial education as yourselves, and therefore they will require impartial advice. There's also some unscrupulous providers out there who may sell unsuitable products to customers, thereby reinforcing the importance of getting impartial advice. Products are more complex these days and complicated than they used to be, so therefore people may need these products explaining in more depth. And finally, there may be too much pressure on sales staff to hit sales targets, forcing them to maybe sell unsuitable products to unsuspecting customers, therefore making impartial advice absolutely vital. Now, the features of information and advice can be summed up with the acronym TRUST. You may wish to pause the video at this point just to remember and remind yourself what this acronym stands for. The acronym stands for T, transparent, R, reliable or accurate, U, up to date, S, sufficient, and T, timely. These are the 5 features of information and advice. So what factors influence financial choices? The first one is the original want or aspiration of an individual. The second is the feasibility of access to a financial product in order to fulfill the want or aspiration. Not everyone may have access to specific financial products. The third one is information sources. This is a huge factor that will influence an individual's financial choices. A fourth factor is an individual's personality. Potentially, they are very risk averse and therefore will avoid risky investments. A fifth, and potentially one of the most important factors, is an individual's financial product's price or the product features. If the product is guaranteed for a large return, for example, this could potentially attract many people to take out that specific financial product. But lastly, the reputation of the provider. Many providers, and you'll come onto this in more depth in the Diploma in Financial Studies in Unit 4, but many providers in their marketing focus on enhancing their reputation. The reputation of an individual provider is vital in ensuring that they have the trust of potential customers. So, let's look at ethics then. What are ethics? They are the moral principles that govern a person's behaviour or the conducting of an activity. Now, there is a segment of financial services customers that choose their provider based upon its ethical stance. And in order to behave ethically, a provider should have an ethical culture built into everything that they do, which actually goes above and beyond simple compliance with laws and regulations. A provider which is known for being ethical is the co-op, the cooperative bank. So what is seen to be unethical? Well, unethical practices include concealing information, mis-selling, there was a big PPI scandal a number of years ago, overcharging, and also executive remuneration or pay. That final one, remuneration, is seen as very unethical by a large population within this country because if they see banking executives getting paid a significant amount, that can only be based upon the customers that they may have made a profit off of. Sustainability, on the other hand, is about acting in such a way that we are not affecting future generations. One way we can do this is by reducing the amount of resources we consume. Now, many of us view sustainability as simply environmental sustainability. However, there are also economic sustainability and social sustainability, and these are on a specification. So, what are these key terms and what do they mean? Economic sustainability is about reducing the undesirable consequences of economic activity by maintaining consumption on a sustainable scale, rather than trying to achieve continual growth, and by regulating markets to reduce inequalities. Social sustainability, on the other hand, is about creating communities that foster well-being, peace, security and justice for the people who live in them, by making education available to everyone and by reducing the gap between the rich and the poor, thus creating fairer societies that are more likely to last into the long term.